pals and gals. Well, let's get everybody back one last time, and then we'll just have to sign off. I think I just need a PC power off, reset something, because it is bad right now. It is bad. I don't know why all of a sudden today we're having such horrible time with this, but hey, Ideal Nerd, thank you for subscribing. We're gonna give you the squirrels. Yeehaw!
Here we go.
Ba-dee-dee-do, ba-dee-ba-doo, talking. Maybe what I'll do is I'll just use the beginning of this song, and then I'll switch it to something else. It's too bad, because I really like that song. All right, wow. I'm even beyond the point of apologizing for this thing flaking out and dying now. I'm just ready to... Thanks for the help 2 days ago. I was so cornered into Home Assistant that I completely forgot that I had just set the static IPs on a host. Oh, well, I'm glad you got it figured out, under knowledge. Hey, I had... what's the alarm component on your dashboard? Oh, yeah, sure. The alarm component on the dashboard. So this is... I did an alarm system video way back. It's been probably 9 months, maybe, before Christmas. And so you set up an alarm panel in Home Assistant. I can just show you the UI real quick. It's not going to be much to it. So this is, I guess, an alarm panel component. Let's see what this looks like. Kind of. So it's an alarm panel card, and then you've got to have an alarm panel entity to reference. And then you can show different states, and the states that I chose to put here are just arm home and arm away. You can also have I can't remember what the other one is. You hear the kids downstairs now getting loud. So that's that part of it. And then the alarm is going to be in here. This is how I set up the alarm panel. Yeah. Alarm control panel. Alarm code. There's a couple parts to this, I thought. Oh, maybe that's it. Maybe that's just alarm control panel. Yeah, this is it. And then, so this sets up the alarm panel, but then you still need then you need automations for the alarm that do things like determine which sensors trigger the alarm and what to do when the alarm is triggered. So you kind of have to write all that stuff from scratch. I did a video about it, and I think most of the stuff is the same. Could it be done with Node-RED? I'm sure it could, Turtle. I'm sure it could. I don't know how. I'm not a Node-REDder. Enough of a Node-REDder. I think the bot stuck back on 2 lives ago. Could it be using... let's see. Oh, so I was in the process of going here and turning off logs, spam filters, connections. Is it here? Yes, enable user... Announce user level up in chat. Oh, thank you. So there won't be any more level ups in the chat. And maybe do I not need to chat log? I don't know what chat logging does. Anyways. All right, this stream, is this the stream of now? We have done the time warp again. So sorry, Chris. So sorry. Can't blame you. Let's do the time warp again. Okay. Let's see what everybody's saying. Everybody's saying hi in the live stream, like, hey, what happened? Yeah. All right. Once we get the count back up, we will, once we get the count back up, once we get the count back up, we'll do the giveaway, and then we'll sign off for the day. So, we've had a good day. It's been a lot of fun. There's dang technical difficulties, I guess. You just got to roll with it. Just did the same with the Nook and Proxmox Celeron version. Did you think that's enough CPU? Patrick, I guess it's probably going to be more. I would guess it's going to be more than the Raspberry Pi, and you won't have the problem of the SD card dying like you do with the Raspberry Pi. But certainly wouldn't be. I wouldn't be expecting it to be, super powerful. You're not going to want to run things like Motion Eye and stuff on it. So I think the giveaway is still going, guys. So if you haven't already entered, go ahead and do it. But if you have, you should still be on the list here. I wish there was a way to share this list. Oh, there is. But then you can't see it. I can open an overlay, and I can actually put this into the stream. But if I do that, where are you going to see it? Like, I guess I could just make it scroll. That's what I need to do. Anyways. You guys are awesome. Let me think about what's going on next. So, I've got the video for the crank window thing done. I didn't put it out because it broke. Like the window crank video was all done, and I've actually been running the thing longer than I usually do. Very often, if you didn't pick this up earlier, very often I'll finish a project and I'll be like, oh sweet, it's working, and I'll test it a few times, and then it's like video, and I don't give it like weeks to test before I put out the video, and that's probably not great. I would rather, test and troubleshoot and stuff a little longer, but the pace of trying to get out new stuff and the demand for new fun things to try is strong enough that I, sometimes push things out pretty quickly. So this thing, it was working, and it's been working for a couple of weeks. And then the other day, like yesterday, I think it was, when I got up, it was broken. It was just unavailable. And I don't know what happened. I think what happened was one of the kids pushed the button and held it, because that has happened to me before with other devices. It's happened to me with blinds, and it's happened to me with the Dreamlight, actually, Jenny's Dreamlight thing. If they push the button and they don't let off the button, it's a push button, you're just supposed to push it and let it off, push it and let it off. If you push it and hold it, I don't know if there's some sort of a current overload on one of the pins, or I don't know exactly what happens. But I've noticed that that seems to be a common problem that results in my D1 Mini dying. So I'm thinking that that's what happened with this one, and if it did, I don't know what to do about it other than tell the kids not to push the button. Working for a mega tree for Christmas. I would love a mega tree, Gary. I've considered it for sure. I haven't gotten brave enough, but it would be fun. It would be a lot of fun to have a mega tree. I would like to have a mega tree. There's a lot of cool things you can do with it. So anyways, but I can put that video out. I probably will very soon. Talking about not working, I got you PIR sensor from Banggood for the BRA multi-sensor, and it has a sensor range of 1 meter. Uh-oh. That's not going to do you any good. Hoping to be at least 3 meters. Oh, man. That's too bad. I'm sorry, man. That's usually a decent sensor, but I guess maybe if it's, I never really thought about the distance, and you can't adjust that distance, right? You got the little stubby one, so it's not like the big one that you can adjust. Another stream, Paul. This is like the third. Sorry. What about the challenge, Yona? Yona has put me on a challenge. He wants me to come up with take like the dumbest thing we do and make it smart. So it's kind of left open, like find something that we do that's dumb and make it smart. Want to automate your shades. Watch your video, but how many RPM did you use for the motor? That's a good question, Mark. I don't think you need, like, I started out with a 10 RPM motor because I didn't have any idea how much torque it was going to take to lift the curtains. It turns out it's not going to take very much. So I still I'm still using 10 RPM motors because I want them all to kind of go up and down at the same time. But I definitely think you could do something faster on those. On the blinds, you've got to do at least, and when I say 10 RPMs, I say 10 RPMs, but it's really It's really a matter of torque. You can get bigger motors that will spin faster and give more torque. So, but they cost more. So that size DC motor that's in the, in Banggood, they're less than $10. Even Amazon, they're 15. When you get down to 10 or lower, then you've got enough to do blinds and window cranks. Like I'm doing this window crank, it's good enough. But if you want it to really be strong, then you can get a bigger motor with more torque that will go faster. I would say I would probably go with something more like 20 or 30 RPMs on the window shades. And then the other thing I didn't do on the window shades, which I need to do now, and I'll be doing it in the next couple of days because it's bothering me that it's not working well, is if the shades are going up, even if you've hung them perfectly straight, like I've got these now dialed in really, really well. But as they're going up, if just the wind blows or anything happens, they get a little crinkle in them, and then pretty soon they're just all bunched up and it just looks horrible. So I even looked at like every other sort of curtain like that you do, shade like that, even the projector ones and stuff, they have some sort of a stick or a rod at the bottom. And I didn't do that. And I should have. I thought, well, I don't need it. No, I do need it. It turns out if you don't do it, it's definitely going to it's not even just that it goes up crooked. It's like it gets a wrinkle in it and then it just bunches up horribly. So I would put that down. The 3 beep issue. Uh-oh. All right, I need to try and reopen the chat because I can't follow what everybody's saying. I'm trying to follow it from the screen here. I'm just scared. The other thing that I did, I closed Blue Iris. I wonder if having Blue Iris on while I was streaming is a problem. I don't know. Shouldn't be. I've had it before, but who knows today. Today stuff's going a little wampus. Adrenaline and coffee. That's how I do it. Can you automate a way to get out of bed? I'm terrible at oversleeping. Did you watch Colin Furze? So in my dreams, someday I will be as cool as Colin Furze. Do you guys ever see him? You should. If you haven't watched Colin Furze, you should watch Colin Furze. He's a crazy British man who likes punk rock music and has the world's best workshop. He makes the craziest stuff. He made an ejector bed where you're sleeping in bed and the alarm clock goes off and it seriously throws you out of bed. He even rigged up a way to put his pants at the bottom of the bed so when it threw him out of bed, he slid into his pants. That was awesome. So, adrenaline. You did not say adrenaline. You said Adderall. Sorry. All right. So, a home assistant turned the bathroom lights on if I don't turn the alarm off. Oh, well, that's nice. That's a good way to remember. That's a nice way to remember, Jenny. All right. Anyone else having voice sync issues with me? Is it voice? I'm not surprised. I mean, we've had so many problems today. Can you paste a URL, Paul? Anytime, brother. You'd go ahead. If you're not already a mod, I can make you one or just post it and I'll approve it or somebody else will. Need some pistons to flip the bed. I think what he did was, well, he's got access to such cool stuff. Like he'll do hydraulic stuff, I loved his you met Colin. Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. I wondered, I love how he's still doing this stuff in that old house. I can't imagine he still lives there, right? When he put that Christmas tree and you never see anybody else. He's got to have kids or something, but I think he keeps that house just to do stuff in. I'm pretty sure that King of Random, Grant Thompson, he lives not far, or used to live not far from here, and they still film in his old house, but I don't think he lives there anymore. I'm pretty sure he doesn't. Edit and try again. Really? Paste it. Can you paste it in Discord? Let's see. I can shut Discord off for a minute. I'll turn it back on. Send it to me in Discord, Paul, and I'll repost it for you. If his voice isn't syncing, oh. I ain't speaking. Higher torque motor. Oh, yes. Oh, short URL. Oh, that's weird. That doesn't look like a URL for me at all. I've got that though, Paul. If that'll, I don't know if that's going to work at all, but I do have it in my pretty links. So let me pull up my pretty links, and then we'll start to sign off. I've had a fun time, guys. I could just hang out and just chill all day, but is the link too long? I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just because it's not HTTP or whatever. Yeah, just do that instead of a short link, Paul. Good call. Okay, here we go. All right, that should get you the motor. But I do also have it in my pretty links, so we'll pull it up real quick. So I was starting to tell you, there's too many things going on. I got my welder out, which I haven't played with in years. I have the doors open. The girls are singing. I got the welder out because we're gonna have to do some welding for the bug and for the and the locals love him. That's cool, Stuart. That's cool. I have to go. I'm sure he's not like super accessible to meet, but it would sure be fun to meet him. So here is this motor. This is probably the one that, or something similar to the one that Paul was sharing there. I didn't look at the one Paul had, but basically what I've noticed is if you see this black motor here, it's just a bigger motor, and so it inherently is stronger when it starts, even before it's geared, so you get more torque. And when you look at this thing gives out, rated torque is 16 kilograms centimeters. The one that I'm typically using is like maybe 6, 7, and sometimes depending on which one you get, they can get pretty low. So if you see the silver motor, that's going to be a lot lower one, like this one. Let's just look at this and see. So, but this is only $10. This is a 30 RPM. It's $10, but it's 4 kilogram centimeters of torque instead of 16, right? And the other one, what was the RPMs on that other one? The RPMs on that other one were probably a lot higher too, right? 80 RPMs. So 80 RPMs, but 16 kilogram centimeters torque. So it's what you pay for, But if you think about it, it's maybe 2 times as much, but you're getting a lot more speed and a lot more power. So it's probably worth the trade-off to you for sure. So you have recommendation with voice recognition software for HASS.io other than Alexa and Google Home. Mycroft, Turtle. That would be where I would go next. Mycroft or Snips. And I still haven't used Snips, but Snips seems to be something that would be useful. Snips is like, I guess the way to say it is you're sort of building your own voice recognition. You sort of tell it the phrase, and then you program in what you want to happen when you do that. It's almost like if this then that with voice, something like that. That's my understanding of it. I've played with it very, very little. Just about to drop 150 on a Black Magic video adapter. Whoa. What do you can do with that? Done anything for roller blinds? Not yet, Azza. Not yet. I think we've talked about that, right? I just don't have any. I have just these kinds of blinds and those other ones, but to mention in French. All right, let's do it. Are you guys ready? Automated camera turntable using the M5 stack. Nice, Adam. Are you using that for 3D or just for like filming cool slow motion stuff? Need to get door locks. Wish there was a reasonable price RF controlled deadbolt. I would like to try the electromagnet locks, but it's so much more work than replacing a deadbolt. I want to hook up something like this to a deadbolt, to an old deadbolt, I think though what we'd have to do is almost switch it, which is probably going to be more work. But the way it should work going forward for us in humanity as it is becoming more automated in general, the lock, instead of going from the door into the wall, it needs to go from the wall into the door. Then we can have the ability to connect wires and things easily and hide motors and stuff inside the wall. So there you go. That's my vision of the future, I guess, with door locks. But I would like to be able to just take the end of one of these with some sort of coupling and hook it, open up a dead molt and just hook this on the inside of it. But if you figure that out, take your money. I'll figure it out. It's just a matter of getting enough time. Ordinary 360 product photography that was programmed with 10 lines of MicroPython. Wow, that's awesome. Multi-level doors and locks are very difficult to find, yeah. Copyright DrZzs Enterprises. I'm too dumb to ever really make anything off of all this. That's okay. What's stopping me? Just time, man. Just time. That's it. It's time. Okay. Let's make sure Battissimo is working, and then we'll get the kids up here. Computer, tell everyone it's time for sign-off. They're probably watching, so they know. It's time for sign-off. Man, that's awesome, Paul. So Paul says he got the 20 RPM version, 10 kilogram centimeter torque, draws less than 1 amp, and takes 38 seconds to raise the blinds all the way up. That's fantastic. As long as the door is hollow. Yeah, yeah, pretty much. Lock still needs to be overridden with a physical key, though. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Which is pretty hard to do. What have you done? Okay. All right. Old Curmudgeon's here. I'm glad you're here, man. And Christian. Okay, if you guys haven't quit the dock work. Someday, Ian, I will. I wonder if you guys will all still be around with me by then, but yeah, you can be. But give me your ball. Someday I'll retire, and when I retire, I'll just have nothing but time. Yeah, baby. And I'm going to retire. It's not going to take me that much longer. I'm going to retire from my regular job.
That's from the green lid?
Maybe 10 years.
Yeah, that is a green lid.
Hey, it's a green lid. That's crazy. Little Gaga. Like Lady Gaga. Okay. So we've got...
Lady Lava.
Are you guys ready to do the winner picker here?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, last chances to type enter if you haven't already. Had a phone call, just got back. Did you win? Not yet, Idaho, but we haven't done it, so we're about to do it right now. Okay, let's see. Last time Jackson and you did it, right?
Yeah.
So should we have Dawson and Holly this time?
Yeah.
Okay, it's over here now. I moved it because I took everything apart last night in the middle of the night.
Right.
Okay, so Dawson's going to hit the drum roll.
This is my finger.
That is his finger. Pressing the drum roll.
And that's Holly.
And the winner is S2 Quattro Motorsport. You are sticker winner number 1.
Wait, how many people entered?
Oh, gosh, a lot. We've had it open all day this time. It's 120.
Maybe you should... Because 2 have already been seen.
No, I don't need to renew.
2 winners have already been seen.
Oh, refresh it? Oh, it'll go if it's in there.
There's 3. There's going to be 3 winners because 2 already been seen.
Oh, right. Okay. All right. So, Holly's turn. You ready for another one?
Okay. 3, 2, 1. Bananas! Apple pie!
Ow, Dawson, you're hurting me.
Can I press this unicorn?
Underknowledge. We were just chatting earlier. I'm glad you won, man.
Press that unicorn one.
You want to press the unicorn one? Sure, press the unicorn one. Okay, so sticker winners. Make sure you get your address to me in Discord. And actually, Metrics Gaming, make sure you get your address to me. And I will get it to Rudy. And get your helping hands. And then next week, let's think about what we're going to do for
that last one.
The tooting, huh? The tooting guy, he's funny. The tooting guy is funny. Let's see. Let's find what my chat with Woody. And
those pictures.
I mean, the things I started with. If you guys have suggestions for what you want to do for giveaways, I know we've done that lots of times, but if you have suggestions, just drop them in. I guess we still have the Banggood Lottery channel, so why don't you drop them in the Banggood Lottery channel? But these are full-on giveaways now. This isn't like here's a coupon to get a little discount. This is like this thing. Like they will send you that thing. And I don't know. There's probably a price limit, especially if we're gonna do it every week. I don't know how much he'll let us do, but we can always ask for big things. We did a 3D printer a couple weeks ago, and then this thing was $30. I'm thinking in the 30, 50, something like that range.
I can't see your face.
Certainly anything lower than that should be easy. We can probably do a couple of them if they're less expensive. So anyways, so we'll do something from the list of things that we had for the special in June. So it'll be like there's some multimeters, there's some crimping tools and strippers. No strippers. Where's John? Where's John
June.
Lawrence, by the way?
It is June.
Yeah, it is June. You're right. Anyways, so I'll put there'll be some stuff to choose from, and Anyways, it should be fun.
How
So,
should we sign
all right, how should we sign off? Look at Dawson's mohawk. Looks awesome.
Let's sign off like when mommy's mad.
Sign off like mommy's mad?
Remember last time?
I think we sign off like mommy's mad. I like that. Holly's got a good idea. We're going to sign off like mommy's mad, okay? I'm going to move this away. So, no. Let me count to 3, and then we'll sign off like mommy's mad. Okay, ready? As always, thanks for watching. Until next time, yes.
You guys are so naughty.
Okay, have a good Sunday, everybody. See you later.
Thank you, butterfly.
Bye-bye.